What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Platform. To my left, we got my man M-A-Z.
Yeah.
The maestro.
All right now.
Hello.
Man,
Got the beautiful
nice to meet
Tomcat the lady.
Hello.
I am your guest host, Sai.
you.
And this is the lovely Christina, guest hosting as well.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is bring you to the Taste of Tomcat.
Hello. And today's taste of Tomcat is simply, if you are the smartest person in your circle, you need to find other people to be around. You need to surround yourself with successful thinking people so that you may also have a successful mind.
Yeah.
Platform.
Tune in, it laugh, joke, smile, tune in.
What you know about Plat? The forum is the format. It's M-A-Z and Tomcat. Who cares who came before that? You should trust me, it's official. Don't just take the flow for granted. We discuss important issues, plus promoting local talent. We three hosts that make the topics flow. Click the link and watch the show. Listen while you driving home, but don't forget to watch the road. Folks from different walks of life. Gangsters, politicians, single mothers, or musicians. It's important that we listen.
So we about to get into it, huh?
Get on into it.
First of all, man, hold on. How was y'all week? It was all right? It was all good? Y'all been okay?
It was my birthday week.
So far.
It was.
So I was absolutely
It was. You
wonderful.
was super live. Happy
Yes.
belated. We already did that, but
We
just
did,
for the
but thank
camera.
you. I made it through.
That's right. Dag nabbit.
Yes.
And we
And
glad
we
you
do
made
have
it.
to give a special happy birthday for this beautiful young lady whose birthday is
Oh!
tomorrow.
Oh, Lord!
Christina.
Happy
And
birthday!
my granny baby, happy birthday, Katie. I love you.
Dang. All this March madness.
Let me say, for an elderly woman, she looks
Oh,
so
man. Oh, man. What?
She is really holding it together. Really,
I'm gonna be real.
Don't
honest
come
with
to
y'all,
man.
America. He know exactly
It don't
what I'm
crack.
talking about, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. But he pushed me this far, man. I'm telling you, next time I'm gonna say it, I'm not gonna go back.
It's only one person like I really love when they
my
cuss
dog.
me out.
That's
and it's
my
Christy. I love it. Like I egg her on, and
Yes.
she is always the lady. She always respects.
So when it happens later in the show, just know he's asking for it. Okay.
All right. Let's get started.
See what I got to deal with, man. What's up? We about to get into it. So we were about to talk about finances in the church, and how do y'all feel about tithing and all of that. Do y'all feel y'all need to know where every dollar is coming from or going, or do y'all not care as much?
I feel that if you have faith is being a key word. If you have faith in your church and your ministry, you should not worry about where the money's going because you have that faith that they're going to do the right things with the money.
In your church.
Of course, it's all going to God. God is the ultimate goal. When you give your money, you're doing it from your heart.
Right on.
But the church is the go-between between you and the Lord. So if you have faith in your ministry, you should not worry about it. If you don't have faith, you shouldn't be there in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta trust your middleman.
Come on now.
And as far as tithing goes, I am not going to put all of my faith in a church. I'm not, because that's human. You know what I'm saying? That's man-made. I put my faith in God, and like I was saying, people have to know what tithing actually is. You don't always have to give 10% of your financial money. You can give 10% of your time. You can give 10% of your voice. You can give 10% of your heart. You can clean the church 10% of the time. People have to know, world, the difference between tithes and offering. Offering is more monetary. You give to a building offering. You give to a young people ministry offering. You give to the food offering when you feed the homeless for the holidays. Those are offerings. Tithing is the 10% that you dedicate to God. That is what I was taught. Anyway, not saying that all of them, I respect every religion and everybody's thought as far as religion goes. But you have to know what you're doing first. Because at the end of the day, church, I'm only going to give you what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you what is not going to make my life and my household uncomfortable. Because one thing that God said is self-preservation first.
Truly.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in here and give my 2 cents. I don't get me wrong. I love church and everything. I grew up in the church, but it bothers me when I see, you know, the people who attend the church come in and they Fords, Buicks, Yugos, you know, praying to make it to the end of the week, praying for a better way and all of that stuff, and then you see the pastor drive up in a brand new Maybach with a chauffeur and all that other stuff going on, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like that. And I feel like some of the churches have lost their way, and it's more about getting the people in them seats
Right.
and
Big business.
filling their pockets. I feel like it's big
It's
business.
big business.
And as a person who, I ain't got a Maybach, so I feel like my dollars should be spent helping people like they used to, helping the community out, helping people with their bills, helping the homeless, feeding them, and that type of thing. Like, where did all of that go? Everything I hear about now is live a more abundant life. Hey, the jet is old. Let's get me a new jet.
Damn
You know what I'm
jet.
saying? That stuff is not
hell?
okay. So I just feel like, you know, people should get that accounting. They should have those meetings. Hey, annual statement. This is what we did last year. This is what we're doing next year. You know, I don't feel there's nothing wrong with that. That shouldn't, you know, shake your faith or feel like you don't believe. It's just, hey, I want to know what y'all doing.
Right.
Right.
You know?
Well, but not to put mega churches down. Don't get me wrong. I mean, kudos, whatever, do your thing. But I will never belong to a mega church.
Some gonna be tripping.
Mega churches are too impersonal.
I feel like an industry.
You have to have you got to make an
Definitely.
appointment to see the
Hell
pastor.
no.
No.
Hell no, we ain't doing
I'm
that.
used to my pastor after the service is over. I'm used to my pastor coming down in the basement, sitting at one of them fold-up tables, eating that same chicken and mashed potatoes and green beans and rolling that little bitty thing of Kool-Aid with me.
Alright, Kool-Aid.
Blessing my food, not over a microphone. Standing up, holding each other's hand. Real fellowship.
Real fellowship.
That's not fellowship.
Right
Yeah.
on, right on.
Like you say, big business.
Exactly.
I just to piggyback, I feel the same way as far as I like church, I dig it. The whole just structure of it, you know, the praise and everything is dope. But when it comes to money and when they just start kind of, it's to me like when you do the $10 line, 50, 100, everybody ain't got it. You give what you can, and like you say, you can tithe in other ways. But I do understand that they got bills. I do. I get that. You know, the church, you got to pay the lights and all that. You know, that's cool. And like you say, if it's your church and you want to help keep it going, then, you know what I'm saying, it's no problem with, you know what I'm saying, giving money for that. But like you say, that's offering. And tithing, you pay, you can do it with your heart, do it with your, you know what I mean, your mind, whatever you can. You know, but you're supposed to give what you can. They shouldn't make you feel like shit because you ain't got it.
Exactly, exactly. Like I said,
And they do.
like I said, when there's bills to be paid and stuff like that, that's obviously okay. That's cool. And when you see that, that's the only thing that's going on. That's what's up and stuff. But when you see, you know what I'm saying, Maybach music coming up, you know what I'm saying, kind of bring questions as to where your dollars may be. So you a little bit. So like I said, check your church, people. I mean, everybody on the same thing. You feel me? Yeah.
And remember, viewers, church is not for show. Church is for worship.
Right on, right on. We're going to go to the next. Please, you bring up the next topic. It was about the black.
Tom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. We're not going to
Y'all see the type of
I ain't said nothing.
Anyway, see, I did not have to have my phone out to remember the topic.
Oh my God, who did that?
The next topic is how do you promote your own, and I will say black owned because I love saying black. I love everything about being black. How do you support black owned businesses versus white owned businesses when sometimes our own treat us worse than the other races or the other cultures, I should say. Let's remove race. Cultures. Our culture treats us, you know, not as good as the, you know, other cultures do. However, I'm going to say my spiel and then y'all chime in and see if I'm wrong.
You wrong.
You're nasty. But I know black owned businesses that the person is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I know I have been in black owned business because I know a lot of people that own their own businesses. But just business that I go into, there are still some very, some thriving black businesses in the city, and they are wonderful people, and they treat you wonderfully, give you deals, whatever. But I do know some that feel like they're full of themselves because they got a business. Some of them, you like, okay, man, you sold a lot of something to get that, so I'm gonna need you to humble yourself. And then I've been, the other cultures, whatever, white, Asian, whatever, wherever, because I'm worldly when it comes to especially food and clothes and stuff like that, and they have treated me wonderful, and then I've had bad experiences too. So I don't really know where to go with it. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, because I've had good and bad experiences on both sides.
Well, I'll say this about it, because I feel very strongly about these issues. All right. So, we dabble in real estate just a little bit, and we have had the experience of dealing with both cultures.
Right.
And I will say this. I've had good experiences, and I've had some negative ones. And I feel like it's not a culture issue. I feel like it's who you dealing with. Because sometimes, we get people, hey, like you said, it's real, the vibe is really good, we got some deals if we can or whatever, But then you got some people who, and I understand, it's not about having a bad vibe. What it is a lot of the times, black-owned business is still a smaller business. Right. They don't have access to maybe as much money or whatever. They may just be starting out, whatever the issue is. But the prices are higher.
I was about to say, that should be high as hell.
Because they can't afford to give you the deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that they don't want to. It ain't that they don't, want to hook you up. But sometimes they can't do it.
But be nice about explaining
why. But watch this. But this is the stuff part. Even if there is a situation, I may want to freak with you. I may want to really fuck with you. Yeah. But I can't. Because I'm in business too. And I'm looking to get the cheaper price. Yeah. So if that's the case, it's not that I don't want to deal with black business, but I'm a black business and I can't afford to.
See, that's what I was saying.
You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the situation.
It depends on the situation. I mean, I feel like it's everything. It's like it's on a case by case basis. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just telling Tom earlier. I went to a place yesterday. Went to the black business first. Young cats in there. They in there playing pool. They in there chilling. Young dudes. Clothing store. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. You know what I'm saying? They was cool as hell. They was, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we went there. Business, you know what I'm saying? The prices wasn't bad. I mean, they wasn't on no bullshit. They was, you know what I'm saying? I went there, went right next door. You know what I'm saying? To my man. My man was Arab dude. You know what I'm saying? Took care of us the same exact way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everything was like, on sale, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? He was kicking it with me about his bottom line. He was trying to move the stuff, whatever. But
who had the better price?
It was kind of a balance. It was about. I mean, my man was on sale. Everything was on sale, and like you know what I'm saying, it just so happened. I mean, I don't know what the normal thing is, but everything was on sale. You know what I'm saying? And we cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? But both of them was respectful. Both of them, it was all good. I mean, I had the same dealings with both. You know what I mean? Culture, it's case by case, man. It's not a culture thing like Tom said. It depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
And a question for my whole beautiful, sexy panel.
Talk about
it. They so cute. But anyway, question for all of us. How much do you support black-owned entertainment?
Are you gonna do that?
Versus.
That's how you gonna play
versus, yeah, I am, because I'm saying this to myself too. How much do you support black-owned businesses in the city versus everywhere else?
I go to Motor City from time to time. All right, hold up. So I'm gonna say this. I try my best. It's not a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? But if I hear about some places or, you know what I'm saying, that they doing, it's mostly like food and barbershop. You know what I'm saying? If it's some places, though, that I hear about and I get like a good review of it, then I'll try to go, you know what I mean, if I can, But it's just it's so few and far between, man. Like, it's messed up like that. But all I can really say, honestly, man, is I try. And, if I go there and I get some good service and it's all good, I go back. I try to frequent
like I told me and Tom was kicking about it earlier. Like I said,
but that should be high.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. Which I mean, that's my fault. I don't search out these black businesses. I mean, which that'd be cool to support them. You know what I'm saying? But bottom line, I'm superficial. You know what I'm saying? And these black businesses may not have that I'm looking for necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, we went to the one place, and I'm glad I'm not name dropping them because whatever, hurt their business. But I went to the black people. I saw a shirt. They had some cool shit in there. They had some real cool stuff. But next door, my Arab dude, he had the Jordan Craig in there. He had this, he had that. Oh, that.
But see, that goes back to what we was talking about. They may have more access
that's real.
to more stuff.
What
you know what I'm saying?
what
Because
you
not
do?
trying to be funny, 9 times out of 10, they working with a little bit more
bread.
cash.
Hey, if you're looking for a certain
You know
thing,
what I'm
like I said, I know how you like, you know what I'm saying, your fancy stuff. Black
We'll
business
see.
might not
And
have
watch this. I'm probably the worst culprit on here because I don't look at it one way or the other. I like what I like, and I go to get what I like, and like, look, I have been to some businesses that really out front, everybody worked there black. I thought it was a black business, and then I found out that behind the scenes, you know, so it's like, oh, well, am I gonna stop going there now because now I know the owners not black? No, I'm not. I mean, but it's certain stuff, and you can attest to this. It's certain stuff you gonna seek out a black business for. Because when I was living in Rochester, I was gonna drive all the way to the city because I had to get my hair done.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get certain clothes and stuff like that. It's beauty supply store, all that stuff. You know, hey, it is what.
Well, me for the most part is geographical. For me, it's geographical. When I live in the city, I tend to frequent the more black-owned businesses.
Sure.
I live in Oak Park. Everything around me is either white or Arab.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's more geographical for me. But I do make it a point that when I read Metro Times and all of that stuff and Our Magazine, if I see a black-owned restaurant, I always go. If you know what I'm saying, it's anything like spoken word or anything. Y'all know I'm into that type of stuff.
No, we was talking about
jazz
not to cut her off.
Like
we was talking about clothing,
do that.
but we talking about food. Black on business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Black on business all day. First.
Well, wait a minute, though. No, that's not necessarily the case because
and clothes.
we eat
shoes.
We eat some of everything.
I know, but
come on now.
depending on what you got a taste for, but I want the soul food.
You do, but not necessarily.
But we not all in Sedity and you be.
No.
Okay.
Hold up. You all right? Oh, damn, that was
Okay.
Don't let her hurt herself.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Well, first of all,
right.
sir, I'm not Sedity. First of all, I like what I like.
Chrissy.
A little bit.
We had Sedity mamas, so we got a little Sedit.
Listen, I am not.
Shit,
What?
I can't say shit.
Okay, Miss Crab Boil.
Now I'm about to say that. That shit bang. I'm sorry. I ain't
Bang, don't it? Where did I hear about that?
They get mad at me, America, but I bring attention to stuff that people don't bring
It
attention
damn
to.
sure ain't black on. That shit bang like.
Tell the truth.
But and not trying to be funny, but don't nobody y'all know that don't no black restaurant make crab boil.
Well, wait a
There's some
minute.
black people working there, but they don't.
There's some black people working there.
It ain't black on.
Who own one?
And you're going.
No,
For sure.
not black
You eat
business.
it once.
I know people that's on the marketplace that's still a black business though.
Talk about it.
I'm
That's
not
still a
going to
black
some
business.
random person's house on the marketplace to get food.
Y'all mind if I interject?
Please
Please.
do.
Okay, because I think we got to end it with one more topic.
Okay. But yeah, she crazy with that.
Crazy Crab is the bomb. Shout out to Crazy Crab. I
Crazy
just went
Crab!
there twice.
Yeah!
So we
Come on with the last.
Yeah.
one.
Oh, nice. You take my shirt off.
Come on.
Please don't.
Boy. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's
talk
talk about
about
you
you
and
and
me.
Hey.
You're going right with
Do it.
I know.
Hey.
This is the last little bit. So
Last
we
but not
chopping
least.
it up about how to keep your relationship spicy. Oh,
You better get out my head,
what?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I need to take my shoes off with
Crazy,
this one.
man.
Both of y'all hot.
You just got to be the level head, huh?
You do.
All
You
right,
do.
we need a level head. That's true.
Okay,
All right,
what
so
is summer? Come on. Let's talk. to
What
the
y'all be
men
doing?
for a minute. We talking to the men first.
what y'all be doing?
All right.
We talking to the men
World.
first.
Okay, what we doing? What we doing?
Me?
What is
Sigh.
Yeah.
some of? 'Cause, I mean, they are, in society, it's just the focus is all on what the woman wants. out of
Yeah.
sex. You know what I'm saying? It is. And I don't mind that, but let's hear from you guys. What is some of your turn-offs before
Yes.
turn-ons?
Turn off.
Turn-offs.
Turn off.
Good. That's okay. That's wow.
Whoever
Good.
wants to start
Start off.
Turn offs.
during sex.
Talking too much. Nah.
much talking.
Nah. I never really thought. I ain't never really been turned off,
That's
man.
a dope
I swear.
ass
Did you
question.
say you ain't never been turned off?
No, during like with somebody that
Nothing.
was digging like that.
Nothing.
A stinky smell. How about that?
Talk.
And
Well, come on now.
but we
Let's
see
get
that
creative.
with the camera.
Stank.
That way.
All right, we gotta say that, like, you know what I
He
mean?
gonna go for the obvious.
it gotta
answer.
be- okay, so
I mean,
that's
that's
all right.
a universal.
We don't want obvious.
Yeah.
No, for real.
All right. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Me. All right. So, what else?
He said he ain't never been turned off.
Not for real. I mean, usually, like, I got a good. Usually, whoever I'm dealing with, we got a good understanding about that. You know what I mean? So it goes like what you like, how you like, da. So cool. Like if I'm with somebody, then we already communicate as far as that goes. But if I had to say, like, as far as turn-offs have, just give one kiss one. Come back to me on that one.
I'm saying we talking. This, you know what I'm saying, this is a sex show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's the
This little
sex
end of the segment. So
I can't believe y'all blushing and sweating like this. I'm tripping.
I'm straight.
He done broke
I
out.
was
to a
ready for
cold
my
sweat.
whole-
I sweat daily. You know that.
Say sex again.
You know that. You know, sex. Okay. Without, you know what I'm saying, without getting too, you know what I'm saying, because you never know who's watching. But let's say,
can learn.
I'm gonna say teeth. If y'all know what I'm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
a big
All right.
turn off. I actually
All right.
ended a relationship because of. So y'all remember that?
Okay.
No teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't get to
All
know
right.
teeth.
Now hold on. This is the separation between men and women because this is insane. Thomasina,
Yes.
what is a turn off?
Cause y'all picky
What
as
is a
hell.
turn off for me?
Yes.
Rushing.
Well, this is the women
Because-
between.
Yeah.
Because me being in the medical field almost 30 years, medically, some women, it take different things to get them to that point. So if you don't take time enough to master my body to get me to that point, you will not get another shot.
Jesus. Master that boy.
Rushing.
Master.
Because some people are not verbally, you know what I'm saying? They're not verbal sexual communicators.
No doubt.
Me,
Right. No doubt.
I am.
Okay.
But
Stop.
some men are not. So, you are touching, kissing, stroking to find out what I like because
doubt.
you're supposed to pay attention to my body language.
No doubt.
You're supposed to pay attention to my moans. You're supposed
That's
to
so
pay
cute.
attention to all
Girl,
of
what you
that.
said?
I love how they so attentive right now.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
is not gonna remember this
hey, it's
in
on,
10
hey,
minutes.
baby, they're gonna be on a 10. The next time they get in bed, I want them to be at a 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's rushing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want you to just be all violent out every time because
Girls
sometimes
don't like
I want you to
violence.
knock
I
my
tried
screws
that
loose.
shit.
But I
I'm
still
not gonna
want you to
ask who
find
you
my
be messing
body.
with.
I want you to figure out what
Thank you.
I like
No
because
doubt.
I'm going to do that to you. I'm going to kiss you in certain ways and see what you moan harder for or what you might push me away for, like push me away in pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Versus, you know, he might not move if I kiss him like that, but if I put a little tongue with it, then he might, ooh. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your time.
I was gonna say that when we, I knew this topic was coming. Like, communication is key. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you're younger, that trial and error shit is whatever you learn.
Yeah.
But at our stage of the game, you know, you
Gotta
gotta
knock
find
them
out because every women are diverse. Women are, you know what I'm saying, everybody's unique. So how can you go into the next woman with what you did with the last woman? She might not like that.
True that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so
That's why I
so
said
communication
Mr.
is key
Person's
when you dealing with
body.
that.
You're not getting away from
Oh,
it.
no,
Right.
we got to know what the
Prim and
ladies-
proper.
Come on, Pisces.
I would have to say, major turn off for real ain't got nothing to do with the bedroom. Really, is a lot of people don't realize that your day to day attitudes and communications with your partner and stuff like that plays a large part of what goes on in the bedroom late at night. You know, if we've been beefed out all day,
You ain't getting nothing.
don't look at me.
No rice, no
Please,
champagne.
don't even look my way. Later.
Okay.
But in the same token, if, you know, men sometimes overlook really small stuff.
Yeah.
You know, a quick, I'm at work, I get a text message real quick, hey, miss you. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, later at home, you know, you cooking or whatever, your partner walk by, rub you on your neck, smack you on your butt, hey, boo, you know?
I see.
All right. Now, and all of that's really small, and people overlook that stuff. But then by the time we get to the bedroom later,
It's already.
I'm revved up and ready to go. You know what
Now,
I'm saying?
the question is,
Yeah,
and you
we
know
did.
what I'm saying? You know, I, whatever, may not be all the time romantic. You know what I'm saying?
You
Chrissy?
say the least.
me, America, we talked about it. You know what I'm saying? But what is too much? You got these cats that's cool, because I got my moments. You got these cats that's romantic and they sweet and they do that. Then you got these saps that go overboard, and you might have a hood sister that, man, calm your little, you know what I'm saying, goofy ass down. You doing too much with the extra attention. Feel me? What's
Ain't
the
nobody said
in
call
between?
me 8 times.
Hey, it's a
One.
Let them know, because America's watching.
I kind of have a situation like that, like right now.
Let's talk about it. That's what I knew it.
Wait, be careful what you say online.
Hey, he watching this.
I want him to watch it.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Hey.
I love you, sweetie. I'm looking
Alright,
forward
okay.
to our life together. But sometimes I don't need the all over me sometimes. Because sometimes I love what you do when you do it.
That's interesting.
But, baby, I'm not a spoiled brat, sweetie. I'm almost 50. I don't need you to. This all day, I feel like a spider. But I love everything that you do. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it. And you are the most romantic man in the world.
be in
But
the crib
baby,
like this.
you from Joy Road and I'm from 8 Mile. So we don't have to have that all the time. But I love you. Wow.
Damn.
All I'm going to say to that is, it is all fun as hell being on this show. You know what you gonna see. I'm just saying, I mean, heartfelt messages over the show, and, you know, and, damn, might not be something you want your boys to hear, but hey, whatever.
And you know what? This has been a wonderful, wonderful platform show, and we always love when Chris come on. That's
Right there.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Platform, baby.